FNF just dropped the ToyStory.exe mod, which is based off the classic video game created by Odom77. But before I explain how boyfriend and girlfriend got into this situation, let me explain the backstory of ToyStory.exe, the video game. Now, as many of you know, one of the main antagonists of ToyStory.exe is Woody, aka Woody.exe, who is literally trying to murder all the toys. But what a lot of people don't know is that Woody is actually possessed by an evil spirit named Resparrow. We don't know a whole lot about this entity, but what we do know is that it has two forms. One is just a red ball of energy, and the other form looks like a baby devil. Now, many centuries ago, Resparrow was basically wreaking havoc on the world until an ancient sultan banished him to hell. Resparrow stayed in hell until a street urchin resurrected him by using a blood sacrifice, which happened to be a character known as Aladdin. And this was actually the first person that Resparrow tried to possess, but Aladdin was too powerful to be overtaken, and Resparrow ended up running away to a different world, that of course being the world of Toy Story. This is where Resparrow was able to find some much easier prey, aka Woody, who he ended up possessing, and then he basically uses Woody's body to terrorize all these other toys because they aren't able to fend him off. In the actual story, Woody ends up killing Bo Peep, Slinky, Rex, Mr. Potato Head, and he attempts to kill Rocky. But Rocky is actually able to escape the house and make it to a molehill outside where he fights Woody and actually defeats him. Or so he thought. After Rocky leaves Woody lying in the dirt, Woody actually opens his eyes again and says that he'll kill Rocky and all the toys that he left alive. Now, many people are wondering what happened to Andy during all this time, and the answer is that he was killed by Woody. If you remember in the beginning of the video game, you actually see an image of Andy with his eyes and mouth sewn together. This happens because before Woody is possessed, Andy is playing with him and he ends up disconnecting his head. This freaks Andy out, and instead of fixing Woody's head, he basically just leaves him on the shelf. When Resparrow possessed Woody, one of the first things that he did was kill Andy. And this also explains why Woody is floating around with no head during the video game. Now, while we don't know how boyfriend and girlfriend arrived in the Toy Story universe, I would assume that it's another attempt by Daddy Dearest to kill boyfriend. We already know that he has the ability to send people into video games, different time periods, and even change their appearance. So I think in this mod, he turns boyfriend and girlfriend into toys and sends them to this universe, hoping that boyfriend won't make it back alive. But if we're being honest, if Sonic.exe and Lord X couldn't kill boyfriend and girlfriend, there is no way Woody.exe is going to get the job done. While I'm sure he's strong in his own right, he is nowhere near the level of Sonic.exe. I also find it kind of funny that in the mod we see that boyfriend rallies all the toys together and they try to overthrow Woody. And for those of you that don't know, this specific version of Woody right here is from the Black Friday incident creepypasta. It's basically a story where Disney was pressuring Pixar to make a Toy Story movie that was more edgy. So in response, the writers made a version of Woody that is basically the opposite of the Woody that we know and love. He was mean, crude, and pretty much evil. And in the actual animation, he even kills Buzz. It's also stated that Disney overworked the Pixar animators so much that some of them ended up having heart attacks because they weren't getting enough sleep. Which I know sounds fake in a way, but apparently your organs will shut down if you don't get enough sleep. If you guys want me to give you a full breakdown of the Black Friday incident, let me know, but it is surprisingly dark. And for my people who are completionists, this last version of Woody right here is actually not from any type of creepypasta. This is just the original design of Woody before he actually got turned into the Woody that we know now, right? So he has less of a puppet look and more of just like a regular toy. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this video on the screen here. Subscribe today to become a member of the Orseofkorse, and we'll see you tomorrow with another video. Peace, peace.